Let me tell you something that will change your life if you let it sink in. The richest people in the world are not salaried employees. They are 75% entrepreneurs, 15% investors, 7% inheritors, and 3% artists. What is the one thing they all have in common? They own something. Entrepreneurs own businesses, investors own assets. If you don't own something, you are what's owned. That is the single, staggering secret most people miss. The system wants you rich for a week, then broke by the end of the month, waiting for the next payday. It keeps you trapped. We work every day and most of our money goes right back to the cost of food, shelter, and water. The only thing that has changed from the past is the illusion of freedom. But you can fight back. You can start owning things like the 1%. It's not about the size of your paycheck. It's about how you manage what you make. For the last 2 decades, I have used a simple framework that enabled me, someone who started with no money and no qualifications, to become a multimillionaire. It's the 2515501 rule. The first and most important 25% of your income must go toward growth. This is the 25% that wakes up every morning and works for you. You are using this money to buy things that relentlessly increase in value. Most people pay bills, then spend the rest on useless things they forget buying. That's why 99% of people are trapped owning nothing of value. You must take that first 25% and put it straight into assets. These are things that grow over time and put money in your pocket. Eventually, these assets can even make you more money than your day job. You might think you don't have enough to invest? That thought is costing you a fortune. Look at the difference between 2 people, Billy and Phil. Billy started investing just $200 a month at age 20. Phil waited until he was 30 and invested $300 a month to try and catch up. When they both reached 60, Phil had invested $12,000 more than Billy in total. But because Billy started earlier, his investment, assuming a standard S&P 500 return, grew to a staggering $1.26 million. Phil, who saved more, only ended up with $678,000. Billy invested less money but ended up with nearly $600,000 more. That is the ruthless power of compound growth, and waiting will cost you more than you think. So what do you buy? You focus on the foundation. Your 2 best growth assets are index funds and high-income skills. Index funds are low-risk, steady growth. You are simply buying a slice of the entire market, like the S&P 500. High-income skills like copywriting, editing, or sales offer the fastest return on investment you will ever see. No one can take that skill away from you. Now, once you have your assets picked, you have to be smart about taxes. If you're in the U.S., the Roth IRA is one of the best accounts you can open. You invest money you've already paid tax on, but every single penny it earns for decades grows completely tax-free. The goal is to set up a monthly transfer that goes straight from your bank account into your investment platform the day you get paid. You never see the money and you are never tempted to spend it. The next 15% of your income should go towards stability. This is the 15% that keeps you in the game when life hits. I learned this lesson with an immediate, painful punch. When I was 18, I bought my first car with a loan because I had no savings. 3 months later, the engine blew up. I had no backup, no safety net, and without the car, I was going to lose my job. So I borrowed even more money, piling on debt, pressure, and stress. That one breakdown set me back a whole year. Most people don't have a money problem. They have a stability problem. Every unexpected bill feels like a punch. You'd be forced to sell your investments at a bad time, often at a loss. You need a margin for error. Your goal is a stability fund equal to 5 months of your core expenses. Don't make the mistake of parking it in the wrong place. It must be easy to access, 0 risk, and it must always earn. 0 risk means no stock market and definitely no crypto. This is money you need tomorrow, not in 5 years. You put it in a high-yield savings account, HYSA. This way, your money earns a decent rate while it waits, preventing inflation from eating away your safety net. Stack it quickly. Use the paycheck sweep 15% out the second it lands. Use the replacement promise. If you dip into the fund, you immediately replace it with the next paycheck. and use the Save by Spending hack with cashback or roundup apps. The next 50% of your income should go toward your essentials. This is the 50% that feeds you, not your ego. Over 60% of high-earning Americans still live paycheck to paycheck. They're caught up in trying to look rich instead of actually becoming rich. Wealth isn't what you see. It's what you don't see. Essentials are the things that keep you alive. Your rent, groceries, utilities, and transport. What is not essential? Take out forgotten Amazon subscriptions, that stack of streaming services. Go through your bank statement and cancel anything that isn't helping you live, work, or stay healthy. Cap your lifestyle at 50%. This forces you to change your mindset from wanting to spend more to wanting to earn more. Your two biggest wealth killers are housing and car payments. Car payments on a brand new, depreciating liability are one of the biggest traps. Always buy a used, reliable car that has already taken the bulk of its depreciation. When you're tempted to buy something, don't rely on willpower. Use rules. Ask yourself, 1. Is this an impulse purchase? If yes, use the 7-day rule. Wait 7 days. Most of the time, the excitement will have faded and you forget all about it. 2. Am I buying for the brand or the value? Don't buy for the brand. Chase quality. 3. Will this improve my life? If the answer is no, it's probably just about killing boredom or chasing a dopamine hit. It is not worth your money. The last 10% of your income goes toward rewards. This is the 10% that keeps you sane. Most people skip this entirely and then wonder why saving feels so pointless. Saving without joy quickly feels like a punishment. This 10% is your strategy. It is the thing that makes your whole financial diet sustainable. To make it guilt-free, prioritize value. That value is in experiences. Vacations are an investment in your health that prevents you from burning out. Nights out are an investment in your social network. And gifts for loved ones are an investment in the relationships that matter in the present. I overlooked these things when I was younger and ended up sick and lonely. Open a separate account, call it your joy jar, and automatically deposit 10% of every paycheck. This is your maximum. When you know this fund is limited, you look to maximize it in the best possible way. You prioritize experiences you will actually remember, like a ski trip with your wife or a great day out with your son. This is the complete 25155-010 rule. It's how you manage your money like the 1%. It's not about being tight. It's about being intentional. If you're finding this helpful, subscribe to Finance Flash now to keep growing your wealth.